With the national unemployment rate on the rise, how can you get back in the game when it comes to finding and keeping that job?
One answer that career coaches often use is networking. Mary Abbajay is here to help us guide us through some of the pitfalls of keeping it all business.
Yes, I am. And I love talking about this topic, mostly because it's really easy to do and most people do it really poorly.
So what is networking? Let's start there.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked that, because what networking is about building relationships, and it's about building relationships that are mutually beneficial before you need them. So it's not schmoozing, it's not selling, it's
not a little brown nosing.
It's not a little brown nosing, although there might be some of those elements tied up into it. The primary purpose is to build relationships before you need them, mutually beneficial ones.
You don't want to come over to someone and say, "Oh, Melanie, we should really get together," and then just talk about the job that you know somebody has.
See right through them, right?
Yeah. It's so obvious.
It has to be more honest.
And you
than
can't be like that snarky car salesman type. Sorry, car salesman that are like boozing, or the person that's always looking for the better date. You know, this is about really building authentic bonds with people who you like and with people with whom you can add value to for them, which is the other thing.
You could see that person just coming from a mile away,
and we feel all greasy and oily from them when we meet them, right?
You know, they have these networking parties that you know a lot of people go to. So you say it's not schmoozing, but what's going on at those parties if it's not schmoozing?
Well, what should be going on at that party is people should be trying to find people whom they like and whom they can offer value to. What we often think, what many people do wrong in networking is they try and get things from other people. Your goal in networking is to find someone that you like and to someone whose life or career, whether it's work or home life, you can add value to. So there's some key tips to do that well.
So should you be upfront about it if you're befriending someone because you know they could be beneficial to you?
You shouldn't befriend people. That's my whole point. See, this is perfect. You shouldn't befriend people.
We're still doing it, right?
We're still doing it. You can, but what's better is be like, you know, Natasha, we can help each other.
Okay.
Here's what I'm looking for to do in my career. What are you looking for? How can I help you? So you can be upfront as long as you're offering value to the other person as well. If I just came to you and said, Natasha, I just need you to get me on TV every day, and I offer you nothing in return, I'm not really going to be a good contact for you. But if I said to you, Melanie, you know, I know that you're interested in the Civil War. A really good friend of mine could give you a backstage tour for, you know, the Gettysburg, or what do you call it, the Gettysburg Field. Now I'm giving Melanie something.
Interesting.
It's about creating relationships.
And is it also about using the relationships that we already have?
Absolutely.
Rather than, you know, go out and meet somebody that we don't really know?
Absolutely. You should
and try to use them for a job, you know?
That's exactly right. Everyone has a network. We just don't think we do. So it's important to keep your network fresh. It's important to honor your network. It's important to get in touch with people. Relationships are built not just through LinkedIn, not just through Facebook. They're built by having coffee, by making time. If I see something I know that interests Melanie, I will send her a note. I will send her an email. Melanie, I thought this would interest you. I am always personally looking for ways that I can benefit the people that I know.
So kind of build the groundwork.
Build the groundwork.
How do you do it without looking so obvious? How can you be suave about it?
Well, first of all, let's just talk about how you network in person, right? So let's say you're going to an event, a cocktail party. This is an opportunity to both build your network and to reinforce the people you already know. So the first thing you need to do is make a great impression. That means, it's so simple, but people mess this up all the time. I'm meeting you. First thing I do is I put my hand out, I give you a firm handshake, exactly, look you in the eye, I smile, and I say, hello Natasha, I'm Mary Abbajay, how do you do?
Very well, how do you do?
I do great, exactly. So look in the eye, people mess this up all the time. I've gone to so many events where people do like this, hi, I'm Mary, how are you?
Or the wet fish handshake.
It's the worst.
You go in for the firm and it's
if you don't make you have 3 seconds to make a positive first impression, make a good one, confidence. Okay, once you make that connection, then your goal is to connect with the other person. So my goal is not to tell Natasha what I need. My goal is to find out what Natasha needs, find out about her. So tell me about yourself. Money. You know,
do you have any?
I do have some money, actually. I have a friend who has a money tree. Oh my God.
Awesome. Let's get together.
So you focus on the other person. You don't like vomit all about you. You focus on the other person. You connect with them. You seek to add value to what Natasha's interested in, what Melanie's interested in.
Well, this just sounds like normal interaction. Normal social interaction as opposed to networking for a career move.
And that's exactly right. And so that's where people get it messed up. They think they're going to go in and they're going to be like, oh, I need to do this, this, and this. That's not right. You need to connect to people who you like and who like you and who you can offer value to.
So I have a question. Yeah. Say if I'm at a job and I know either I'm going to lose it or I need to change it or I just want to move up. How do I make it not so obvious that I might be networking, maybe even with people at work that know people, without people thinking, oh, she's trying to move on. She's trying to get out of here.
Well, I mean, I think it's about your authenticity. You know, I think it's okay to be obvious if you're looking for something, because again, it's about building relationships before you need them. So once you've built your relationships, it's okay to go and ask them for things. That's when you shake your network. Do you know what I mean? So if you've already built a foundation of trust and a foundation of mutually helping each other, then you absolutely can use that network to ask them for what they need. A friend of mine is looking for a job, and every time she has an interview, she sends her network, because we love her and she helps us, she sends her network an email saying, does anybody know anybody at XYZ company?
Okay.
And we respond because we've already built a relationship. This is why you have to network now for the future.
We need to start making a list.
So many people are out of jobs. Good advice, Mary.
I know.
Thank you so much. Mary Abbajay, Career
Good to see you as well.
Group. Always appreciate it.